So I'm going to have a drive into Taliban. I was looking forward to going out on the bike today, but that didn't work out. So looks like rain. I'm admittedly, I'm a self-confessed fair weather rider, just pulling over to let someone through.
Good afternoon.
I've been trying to find your phone number.
You lost it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but Beth has
Are you
it.
home now?
Yeah, we just got back.
She's just had her phone repaired and lost all of everything. I said to her yesterday, can you find Armando's number? She said, I lost them all. So this is, yeah, tomorrow?
No, we have something going tomorrow, and then Tuesday we have to go to Tagbilaran. We have to catch up on all these things that we were not able to do
Okay.
for the dog.
When do you think?
The 3rd, actually. The 3.
Wednesday?
May 3rd, yeah.
Wednesday.
Yeah. Okay, see you.
See you then. So that's my friend Armando. Armando is Filipino. He has a house a little way along from us and has worked abroad for most of his working life. So he is, it's almost like he's a half and half foreigner Filipino, right? Because he is an engineer, has done quite awesome work abroad and been responsible for quite a lot of different projects. That's another group of people standing by the side of the road, like to wave. So we, Armando and I go walking every morning that we can, and he's been away in Luzon, so we haven't been able to walk for quite a few days. So that was what we were arranging there. So I'll see him on Wednesday. Take my phone with me. I usually leave it at home if we go walking, just to get away from the damn thing. So we're at the road now. And now I'm on my way, National Highway. So, as you heard, we'll go walking on Wednesday. So we do face some confusion on the part of people who watch us. Not people who follow our channel on a regular basis, because they know from the videos that we do that we are working on two things. We're building a house for a friend. Beth calls him American John. He doesn't like. Apparently, he said that he doesn't care much for that. So I'm going to stop doing that. Just refer to it as the house. We have the house, which we are house sitting. Okay, for those who are watching this and haven't got the kind of the layout of the plan of our lives. So I'm trying actually to drive safely. Just overtaking. Someone riding on a bike with his wife is riding side saddle. Never quite get how they do that. What happens when you start leaning over to the right? Must be quite difficult. But then Filipinos, certainly in the province where the motorcycle is the main way of getting around, there are literally tens of thousands, possibly more, of motorcycles certainly in our province of Bohol. So, really wanted to talk about how people view us. Now, when I was talking to Beth today, we were talking about haters and lovers. The people that love us will love us. It's not a guarantee, because there are haters, and the haters will always hate. They will always spread poison. They will always try to do damage, and that's something that has to be faced. Now, we've had people who have been very big supporters and very loyal, but they've been contacted by people whose job it is to hate and spread poison. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time on that. But it was an important lesson to realize that there are those two people. There are some people who get up in the morning and go straight to our channels and find out what they can pick and complain about as quickly as possible. Not waste too much time watching the entire video and then see what damage they can do. And then there are people who are interested and inspired by what we do and watch and try to learn that the challenges that we face can be a lesson for them. Someone wrote and said, a lot of people write to me, a lot of people write regularly to me, which I enjoy. I enjoy that exchange of letters, messages, and I enjoy the exchange that I'm able to give on that. Some people write with problems, some people write with what their challenges are, and challenges and problems are not always the same. Sometimes a problem is something that just can't be gotten rid of with the present frame of mind that the person has. So those exchanges can be challenging for me, and I enjoy them. Now, one of the things that people say, that's a dog in the road, which is a big challenge, especially when you're on the bike. If you run over a dog, it can be a wipeout. So when people talk to me, a lot of the people that talk are people that want to come here, but for various reasons they're concerned. I'm not going to use the word afraid, but in a way that's really what it means. And they have concerns, and they don't know whether they're going to be able to make it. I think the truth is that no one is ever ready. We're not ready. You have to put yourself into the position where you do, because you've committed to do it. If you're a person that tries to keep his agreements and strive to achieve the goals that you have, then you're never ready. When I first came out here, I decided that I wanted to go. All of what goes into deciding that you're going to leave, a tremendous amount of getting ready goes into coming here. You have to arrange at the bank, you have to get whatever visas you have to have. You have to do all of that before you can come. You need to be able to book a ticket, pay for it, sell whatever you've got. Try not to leave yourself totally without transport just as you're about to get everything done. So all of this takes timing. And when I decided that I was going to come to the Philippines, I actually intended to go on to Thailand. I don't, only because I've never been to Thailand, and when I talked to my son, who is a Muay Thai, he is into martial arts, and Muay Thai is available on courses in gymnasiums in Thailand. So he used to go and spend months at a time in Thailand doing Muay Thai every day. So I thought that I would go to Thailand, but first I came to spend a little time with my son Theo, and that turned into 2 or 3 months, I think. Now prior to that, how did I get ready? Well, I looked at it, and trying to be logical, I said I can do this. I would like to do it in 1 month, but I think realistically it's going to take me 2 months to get this done. So then I bought a ticket for 2 months, 2 months time, and then I started to look at what needed to be done, and I looked at it and I gave it a really good dose of looking at, I can tell you. And I did that for an entire month. The first of my 2 months, I didn't do anything. I thought about it a lot. I gave it a good dose of looking at. I made a few plans and all of that. But essentially, I didn't really work at doing it at all, of getting ready. In the second month, I went into overdrive, and I remember thinking, I think I saw someone else say this, why do things in good time when you can do things in blind panic at the last minute, which was where I ended up doing, in blind panic, trying to get ready. So I got ready in a month, and I ended up, anything that I hadn't managed to sell, I just gave away. I had a ton of artwork, and I knew that there was a teenage girl who lived in the house opposite. She came over and saw me once when I was working in my workshop garage, and she was very interested, and she said that she was trying to draw and paint, and she had lots of things that she wanted to do, which was why she saw me doing what I did and wanted to talk to me. Well, in the end, all of my art stuff I just put into boxes, and I took them over and I put them on the doorstep of this young girl's house, her family, and I knocked on the door and I said, I know your daughter is interested in art, and I'm leaving. I'd like to give her all of this stuff. So paints and brushes and pencils and drawing paper and all kinds of stuff like that. She was delighted when she came home and saw what I'd left for her, and she told her mum, "Hey, this is good stuff." So that was a feel-good thing. My bikes that I built, I think I left them with my son Luke, and I left. Now, what's the lesson for this? What I'm trying to get over is that for people who, all of those who come under fire for being an old man, yeah, all these old guys come from America and then they get young girls, and I'm not going to go into all of that. What I'm going to say is that if you've done what I did, a lot of people, let me describe the normal scenario. People get divorced, their kids are grown up, they don't even visit them, they have a pension, which may or may not be easy enough to live on in the US, and they sell their house and they split everything amicably between them and their ex, and they just split it right down the middle, 90-10, and they take 10 they take 10 and they come to the Philippines, and probably they take far too long to come, like I did. I said it can only be done in 2 months at the very shortest, and I ended up sitting on my butt for a month, and then I worked very hard and I did it in a month. Necessity is the mother of invention? Necessity is also the mother of creativity, in that if you only give yourself a month, you will have to do it in a month. There's no way around it. So if you are out there and you're thinking that you could have a second chance and you're afraid, boy, are you ever in good company. Everybody is afraid. When I talk to the kids that are doing the show, they're afraid. Fear is it's an epidemic. Everybody is afraid. Everybody's afraid of, well, what if I come here and I can't do this, and what happens if I'm not happy, and you know what, you just get up and do it. What is it? Is it Nike? Is it Nike, the footwear people? And somebody with a brilliant mind said, just do it. Well, what you do is you just do it. If you get out here and you don't like it, you're not dead. If you get out here and you fail at first, don't you think that I failed when I came out here? Boy, did I fail, big time. I met people who were in desperate need, and I desperately helped them, and I paid through the nose. I helped people who had children who needed surgery, and then somebody else who needed this, and somebody else who needed that. And I fell in love and realized it wasn't, and I was taken, and it all happens, but it doesn't kill you. That's the point. When I hear stories, and there are so many horror stories. There are horror stories. You can see them on any expat site. I stopped going on the expat sites because it just seemed like it was all so negative. And I stopped, and I felt better. It was like the saying that if you want to feel happier, just stop reading the newspapers. So I stopped, and I took every day as one day next. And what's happening tomorrow? Well, we'll wait until tomorrow. And I adopted the Filipino way of looking at things. Filipinos are here, and they are living lives of such extreme poverty that you will not believe it. As a foreigner, you will not believe it. How they could still survive with so little. But here's the thing, is that they can still see a measure of happiness that foreigners probably will find is almost unrealistic. I've heard many criticisms of this, how they don't know what they're doing, they're slaves and they don't know it, and all of this kind of thing. I think I'm looking at my screen. I think I may have gone out of sync. So I will end off here. If you're thinking of coming, don't keep thinking, just come. and you'll be fine. That's my view on it. And bye for now.